If provisional measures are ordered, I think it's a legally binding order that Myanmar needs to comply with. And I think that at the political level, where there's been no action at places like the UN Security Council that has a role in enforcing and acting when issues like serious threats of genocide are present, we could hopefully see some firm action be taken by the Council or other bilateral bodies as well.
Well, yesterday, what was incredibly striking and harrowing about that detail was also the fact that it was, I suppose, a lot of heinous crimes. For about 3 hours, we heard it. Aung San Suu Kyi sat passively. What do you think the impact was for her? I mean, we didn't see any emotional reaction, but they say it was the first time she had to hear it all laid out so bare.
I mean, I think it's, hopefully if this is really the first time that she's gotten the level of detail that was presented by the Gambian legal team yesterday, there's maybe more of a sense of what's really been going on, because she's taken a firm stance where she denies many of the acts that have taken place. There was a really powerful moment where one of the legal team showed the fake rape slide from her own Facebook post for her office. And so I think that, hopefully hearing that in the contrast of somebody who is a highly learned scholar, maybe there is an impact and understanding of what's really been going on in Rakhine State, and but we'll see today, I suppose.
But when you say that, do you mean that perhaps that Aung San Suu Kyi didn't know the extent of the policy of genocide, or the type of the way that policy was being rolled out by the military?
I don't really know to speculate. I mean, I think that some of this is coming out from those who've known her as to maybe what her personality is like in terms of not really wanting to hear the details. I don't think that necessarily means that she didn't know what the state policy is. And frankly, the policy has been enshrined in law and in practice for a significant period of time. And the hateful rhetoric was, uttered by members of her own government and the military that is a part of the government, even if the civilian side has limited control over it. So I don't think it's to excuse her knowledge of it. I think it just might be that she may not have internalized the depths of the details.
Let's be clear, of course, this case was fast-tracked because there is a belief that the genocide, while it has been taking place for a couple of years, is still ongoing. So the first thing for the court to do is to stop that right now. Do you think that can happen?
So I think the court does have this procedure of provisional measures. And so I think that there's hopefully a good likelihood that the court will issue the orders. You heard yesterday legal counsel presenting how they made such orders in the Bosnia case, and Srebrenica still happened. And I think it was a powerful reminder to the court as to why it's important to act while crimes are ongoing. And so I do think that was a key part of the message that the council was trying to put out, and an important one for the court to see.